Sup, wrestling fans? I'm Marcus Pierre.
And I'm David Joseph.
And this is the No Holds Barred podcast. Our mission statement is to provide reviews and our opinions on sports entertainment and professional wrestling as a whole. Now, on today's show, I have the divine pleasure and the honor of presenting to you a professional wrestling fan, longtime fan, also as well as a hip-hop artist and a hip-hop lover at that. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a man who was instrumental of the success in Brockton when it pertains to hip-hop music. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Dox Davinci, also known as Nathan Feinberg.
Thank you very much.
What an introduction.
I know, such a flattering intro.
Hey, man, we have a very important guest, man. I have to do it, man. I have to set the tone right, you know?
I appreciate it, definitely.
No problem, man. I have to ask you, man, Feinberg, is a random question that just popped in my mind. Is it that Jewish or no?
Oh, yeah.
It is? Okay.
Nice.
That's what's up.
A lot of people don't know that I'm Jewish because I'm black, but I'm really
right.
brown. I mean, my mom's white, my dad's black.
Oh, man.
Like, yeah,
kind of like Drake a little bit, right?
Oh, don't even get
me No pun intended to hip-hop, so.
But let's jump right into it. How long have you been rapping?
Since as long as I can remember, man. I mean, I've always had an interest in rapping. Like, I've always hung around older kids, like when I was growing up. So they were always like into hip hop, listening to like Cassidy, Ludacris, 50 Cent, Eminem. Some of my first like inspirations. I was probably around the time I was like 8 or 9, and then like I wrote my first rap like ever when I was like 10. And it was terrible. It was like the worst thing I ever wrote in my life. But but I was like, I thought it was ill at the time. I was like, yeah, man, like this is what I want to do. And like ever since then, like yeah, that's it. I've been writing raps and I've been trying to practice and get better at it.
That's what's up, man. I admire that. At the age of 10, you knew what you wanted to do for the rest of your life. That's inspirational. And you mentioned, Cassidy and Busta Rhymes, and and I think that they're great lyricists at what they do. They cemented their name in hip hop. But I have to ask you, man, what kind of rapper do you label yourself? Do you think you're like a gangster rapper? You think you're like a trap music rapper, conscious rap? What do you call yourself?
I wouldn't say I'm any of those things. Like, I'm just a real rapper. And I'm definitely not a gangster. I'll never claim to be. I might make references to gangster terminology because that's just the culture that hip hop is.
Yeah.
But as far as like my music goes, I like to try to stay as true to myself as possible. As far as like what I've been through in my life, and even if somebody may not relate to it right away or may not go through the exact same thing that I'm going through, hopefully they'll understand like my perspective in it, and like that's what I try to be. I try to be conscious of what's going on in the world, and I enjoy like turn up music and trap music like to an extent. Like it's not my favorite kind of music, but like I enjoy it like just like everybody else enjoys their favorite type of music. I try to just make music that anybody could like in general.
I hear you.
Okay. Definitely. That was very well said, Nathan. So I gotta ask you. You and I had prior discussions about a previous episode we did an episode on what hip hop artists would be best to make a entrance theme or music for the WWE, and our candidates was, I believe, Flatbush Zombies, Pusha T. Who else?
Designer was another one too.
Yeah. Who was it? Who else? Damn, I'm drawing a bad blank. This ain't about my memory. Who do you think would be the best fit to make music for the WWE in any scenario?
Well, there's a lot of artists from a lot of different genres that have already made not necessarily music for the WWE, but WWE has like reached out to them to use their music, whether it's for a show or a pay-per-view. I think eventually I'd like to see Machine Gun Kelly do a theme song for a show. Like he did a performance at WrestleMania. He has high praise from John Cena.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
You could definitely see Machine Gun Kelly up there. Snoop Dogg as well.
He was a candidate.
Now that
you mention him.
Snoop Dogg, I definitely agree with you there. He definitely has a lot of heavy pull in the WWE. A lot of people may not know.
What about Flatbush Zombies? They got a unique style. I think they could blend with the WWE, and they're wrestling fans that wear it on their sleeves.
Yeah, they're wrestling fans that wear it on their sleeves. I like their music, but I think if them personally, if they were going to make something for the WWE, it'd have to be very specific. I feel like Machine Gun Kelly, he has a style that can appeal to all audiences.
Oh, yeah,
that's true.
So he's definitely a more versatile and more marketable when it comes to applying. It can be more than just a pay-per-view theme song. You could probably, have a whole season of Raw for a theme song.
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
agree.
Also, Action Bronson. I know he's a
Oh,
little
man.
vulgar, but
Honestly,
he's definitely a wrestling fan.
They'd have to clean him up a little
honestly.
bit.
He
Yeah.
would definitely have
He's
to clean
lyrical.
it up. But like, you know, WWE has had their fair share of music with swears in it that they
Yeah.
edit
Yeah.
out. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel they can make that work definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like they can. And you mentioned like a wider range of artists, Action Bronson and Machine Gun Kelly and Snoop. But who do you think, honestly, is the best rapper right now in hip hop in America?
Me, Dox Davinci.
I respect.
Yeah, I like the answer. I like the
In the
answer.
hip hop world, Dox Davinci is the best.
He's repping Brockton.
Nah.
Support.
Man, making a
Straight
name
out
for
of Shoe
himself.
City, man. But nah, to give you the humble answer, like my favorite rappers. If I could give you a top 5 of my favorite, like
Go right ahead.
because I can't narrow it down to just one. Just to give you a couple.
That's hard.
King Los,
King Los, oh man, the freestyle. Yep.
Logic, Ritz, Ab-Soul, Joyner Lucas. He's also from Massachusetts, I think too.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Joyner Lucas from Massachusetts. Wow. Seems like Massachusetts right now is on the come up when it pertains to hip hop.
Oh
So
yeah.
are
Joyner
you?
Lucas, Cousin Stiz.
I'm glad that you're part of the movement, when it pertains to hip hop, within Massachusetts and Brockton, because at the end of the day, I feel like it just shows the passion that you guys just have. But I know another passion of yours is professional wrestling, So I gotta ask you, man, what do you think of like the draft and new Raw right now going forward, this new era?
I'm excited for the new era. Anytime you're presented with something new, it's exciting, it's fresh. You're always looking forward to what's gonna happen. So like, there's definitely already the draw factor right there. I liked the first Raw after the draft. I missed the first hour because I was in the studio working, but I was definitely like, yo, we gotta hurry up, man. I gotta go see this right now, man. Like I was heated. I missed the first hour. Actually, I think I only missed like the first 20 minutes. So like, I was pretty up to date, but I was excited. I liked the draft. I liked the way they had it set up. I feel like they're trying to make professional wrestling, even though they don't like to use that
That's
term.
a sport.
They're trying
It's-
it's sports entertainment. They're trying to legitimize it in certain areas. Like, it seemed more like an NFL type draft.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or an
They were
NBA
serious about
type
it.
draft. Like, I think they were trying to shape it like that to bring some legitimacy, because there's always people that are going to poke holes. Oh, wrestling's fake.
Always gonna have the.
You would
naysayers.
think that would end by now, right? I mean, it is scripted, it's
Yeah.
predetermined.
People
but
don't break their necks or anything.
yeah, people don't get surgery. That was fake too. They're not even real people. They're puppets on strings.
Finn Balor or whatever we said, you agree with, you can feel free to leave your opinions in the comment section. Feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our Facebook page at the No Holds Barred Podcast. And remember, we'll hold your attention.